Hello again, it's Lisa from LisaMW.com, back with your afternoon lattes with Lisa, although I'm not drinking a latte, and I'm not even sure that that's really going to be the name, but we'll just go with it for now. Anyway, I'm just doing a couple of videos about different topics that I find kind of interesting, and just having a chat with you just to see what's going on with you too. The thing I wanted to talk about right now is, I'm sorry, I looked up because Archangel Michael just rolled on by. The thing I wanted to talk to you about was connecting with those beings who are around to help you. So, hello, Archangel Michael. And how you might find it in a way that's very different than I do. One of the things that I find is that people are very intimidated by my skills. And I don't say that with ego. I say that because I had no idea I had these skills. I had no idea, truly, that everybody couldn't connect up and hear and bring through completely formed sentences. I thought everyone did that. I know it's ridiculous when I look back at it now, but I really did. And so when I teach classes, you know, people will hear me, and I bring it all through in such a complete and coherent way that when they don't get guidance that same way, then they tend to just sort of toss it out because it doesn't look like what they've seen. And so they compare themselves to how I get it. So a couple of things that might make you feel better. One, I've been doing this a very long time. I'm very comfortable with it. I go with the flow. I completely go with whatever shows up. And that's a challenge for a lot of people. The second thing is that it just arrived for me fully formed. I didn't study it. I didn't sort of arrived, and then I've taken it from where it arrived and then practiced and practiced and practiced and built those skills up. So, you know, compare yourself if you're just starting to play guitar and you see, you know, somebody, Prince, hey Prince, you see Prince, you're like, I can't play guitar like that, and you just give up. And what you don't see are all the hours, certainly that he practiced. I think he mentioned his fingers used to bleed all the time because he played so much. And all of the work that I do, bringing the guidance through. And for me, it's not even work. It's just like, whoop, okay. But I practice it because I work with a lot of people. So, you know, when you're receiving your own guidance, it can be so many different ways. And I think most people get a knowing or a feeling about things. Some see in that Hollywood clairvoyant way. I don't see, I see in my third eye. So a lot of times you know, when I talk to people, when I do readings or when I'm working with them, I'll see a picture. Like when I used to do group work with Prince. He would always take us to a particular room, and I would just describe for people what I saw in that room. You know, we walk up the steps and we turn to the right, and there's a big door, and the door has whatever on it. We walk through the door, and here's what I see on the inside. So I would explain what I'm seeing, and people would just go with me in that. So that's more clairvoyant than seeing literal ghosts in front of you. People do have that ability, but I don't think it's as common as Hollywood makes it seem, is anything. What I find most people have is that knowing, and you just know. You know what you know what you know. And that, I think, is the thing that just sort of comes with you. And you have to let that flow to work with it. Like if you know what you know, and then, no, that can't be right. How do I even know that? No, blah, blah, blah. Then you're kind of bringing like a shutter down on that. Doesn't mean you have to act on what you know. You can just acknowledge, okay, that's true. I know that. I don't know how I know. That's what I always tell people. Like, just say, I don't know how I know. I just do. Just do. And I think back to the morning that Prince died, and I was devastated. Like I am pretty sure I went out of my body, and I don't know why I did. I loved Prince, loved him from the beginning, but it felt like something else happened. And I really feel like I just went out of my body, and I had to get out of the house to, I don't know, I was very sad. And so when I went out to the car, I just remember so clearly hearing, because that's my thing, is hello. And I knew it was Prince. And there's no way I can ever prove that. I've had lots of proof since that moment, but there was no time that, it wasn't like he manifested in front of me. I knew his energy. And that's when you start working with divine beings, you learn their energy. I know the energy of Master Jesus. The energy of Master Jesus is like the most amount of love you can fit in a room, and then add more onto it. Like every time I would bring him through, I would cry because my body couldn't hold the energy. Like I'm getting teared up now. My body couldn't hold the energy. So that's the thing. You know that you know. Just go with that. You know. Okay, then what do you do with that? And I wasn't sure what to do with the Prince, with him showing up. And you may need to talk to somebody else. I did. I went to another, she's a medium, Amy Venezia. And I was like, I know he's talking to me. I don't know what he wants. Can you bring it down in a way I can understand? And the message that she gave me, I remember reading it, and it was like my world went sideways. The world just went sideways for like a split second. And it was like, whoa, what was that? Because my life was about to change, thanks in part to my work with Prince. But my life was about to change. And so it was really like I had several different moments of that. Another moment that I had, this just popped into my head. My cousin had her first child. Before he was conceived, they were trying to have a child. And before he was conceived, he came and talked to me. He just said, I'm coming, I'm on my way. Tell her I'm on my way. Okay. But when he was born, and I held him in my arms for the first time, I felt that same, everything turned sideways, and I heard him say to me telepathically, I know you. And it was like, then the room went this way, and then it went back this way. And I just looked at my aunt, and I was like, did you just feel that? Did anybody feel that? And they're like, no. And I thought, oh, okay. It was a recognition, soul-to-soul recognition. So those are the kind of moments, like maybe you don't have exactly those, but those kind of moments where you don't write them off to whatever. You go with it. You just go with it. And had I not gone with the whole Prince thing, for one thing, my soul would have been very sad because it was clearly part of my work. But so much beautiful growth for me has come out of that work, and touching the souls of others and their souls touching mine, just from my being willing to go with, oh yeah, okay, that's Prince. All right, hey Prince. And that's the way I feel about him now. He shows up and I'm like, oh, okay, cool, let's work together. What do you have for me? Right? Go with it. I guess that's a theme of this whole thing. Is just go with it. Whatever shows up, if you know, you just know. You don't know why you just know. And the more you acknowledge that, I think, to yourself, the more it can happen. And the more that reinforces, oh, okay, I do know what this is about. Or I do know what I know. So many people, when they come to me and we do readings together, I'll say to them, there's probably nothing here I've told you that you didn't already know. Right? And they always say, yeah, that's true. But having it affirmed or spoken out by someone, not you, helps, really helps. So I guess the theme of this conversation is, oh, you just know what you know. Just know it. Go with it. See what happens. I'll have to tell my Michael Dean story so that you guys can see what happens when you go with something. All right, that's it. I'm out. Hope you have a good rest of your day. See ya.